All right, welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and this is the intro video for the next chronicle I'm doing in my compendium for Elden Ring. I'll speak about that a little bit more here in a minute, but I want to hope that everybody had a happy Thanksgiving, and if this video is releasing when I intend it to release, it should be Black Friday, so good luck in your shopping expeditions for those of you that celebrate, quote unquote. Anyway, the primary purpose of the intro video is to let you guys know what you're getting into. I don't like the idea of people walking into something pretty blind, not knowing what's coming their way. So I give an intro video that gives a heads up on the content that's coming up. For Elden Ring, it's been out, it's very popular, it's been out for long enough. I've got a lot of chronicles on my channel that we can just do kind of an abridged version of that. But the ESRB rating, that's going to be the official rating. The ESRB is Entertainment Software Rating Board, and it's rated mature 17 plus for Elden Ring. And it's for blood and gore, language, suggestive themes, and violence. And if you want a little bit more, they do have a paragraph here that you can read, and you can just look it up, Elden Ring ESRB, and you can find that for yourself on Google or your search engine of choice. Okay, the site that I really like to go to is commonsensemedia.org, because there's a lot of vectors of information on that page. So they list it as being appropriate for age 15 plus, and they give it 4 out of 5 stars. And they have a very short description here that says intense fantasy that has brutal and bloody medieval style combat. Now, I'm going to unlock my desktop so you can see this page. Here's the website, commonsensemedia.org, and you can say that they cover movies, books, and of course video games and more. And you'll notice it says Parent's Guide to Elden Ring. But really what my view is towards is for those of you who need to do self-care for yourselves. Maybe you've got traumatic experiences in the past, and you need to be kind of mindful of what kind of things you let into your brain, right? Via your eyes or your ears or whatever it is. You have to kind of try to monitor your environment. Well, in my experience, and I am not a psychologist, but my opinion, I should say, in my opinion, something labeled Parent's Guide to Elden Ring is going to work for you also. Anytime people are looking at the content for the well-being of others, even if it's their children, I think that that's going to cover a lot of the same material that those of you who need to provide self-care would also be looking and or looking for. So on here you can see you have a parent say section. They've got it rated at 11 plus. There's 26 reviews. You can open that up. Any iffy content, this is going to be probably a key area for you. They've got a video review here. Then they got a section here called a little or a lot. They have a number of breakdowns, positive messages, positive role models, diverse representations, ease of play, violence and scariness, sex, romance, and nudity, language. And you can see that the language is listed as 3 stars here, or 3 circles, and violence and scariness up at 4, for example. This is a good section here. Parents need to know. It'll give you some more info. You can just click on that and open it up. You got videos and photos to kind of give you a snapshot of what the artistic approach is like. Then down here, I think this is pretty good because they have community reviews, but it's separated by demographics. You got the parents and you got the kids, right? And under the kids section, you're relying on them telling the truth, but they tell you how old they are. So it gives you an idea of what things look like from the perspective of the kids, right? And I like that. I think it throws a wide net and it helps you make a determination for yourself. What's it about? Is it any good? Talk to your kids about this would probably be a good section for you. Game details. And then I don't think this would be very applicable, but who knows? Did we miss something on diversity? I don't know. Self-care is very subjective, so maybe this is important for you. My view would be that if you walk into a room and you feel like you get the shakes because there's too many chalk demons present, then this game's probably going to put you in a psych ward. Maybe you should steer clear of anything more edgy than, I don't know, Frozen, something like that. But it's there, it's there if that's something applicable for you. But anyway, on that note, I'm trying not to laugh. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of mean, I guess, but it is funny to me. Sorry, it just is. Okay, let's bring back the graphic. So I am doing a compendium of my first journey playthrough of Elden Ring. So that means that this is not a New Game Plus playthrough. In Elden Ring, that very first playthrough is called First Journey. And so because of that, I want to be able to flesh out my inventory and get everything I possibly can in that inventory. So I'm following Fighting Cowboy's guide. Now, I did that once before, and I took the approach of trying to do everything on my own that I knew to do myself and then reference the guide, which was a pretty good approach for most of the game. And then I got to a point where I accidentally crossed a red line. So now on this playthrough, I am really following it to the letter, and trying not to get ahead of it or deviate at all. And so that's why I'm calling it a compendium. Like, think of the Encyclopedia Britannica series. You have a whole series of encyclopedias, and that's what this is. It's a whole series of chronicles covering by zone my following of Fighting Cowboys walkthrough guide. I am a dagger bleed based arcane build. I'm using Reduvia, and I forgot I think it's called the Butcher's Knife is the other dagger. I've got a bow that I forget the name of, but it shoots poison arrows and scales with arcane. And I've got Leonora's, I think that's how you pronounce it, Leonora's pole blade. And so those are the weapons that I pretty much use, my primary weapons. And I mentioned that we're following Fighting Cowboys walkthrough guide, so that's going to be video in his playthrough series. It's videos number 73, 74, 75, and 76. Now, the titles of those videos are off, though. So, for example, his video number 73 is actually titled Walkthrough Part 72. And that's because earlier in his series, he had to do a separate video that covered a hotfix and one of the updates in the past by Elden Ring, and it changed a weapon art that he was using called Hoarfrost Stomp, and so it threw all the numbers off from his titles, so everything's off by one. So his video number 73 is titled Walkthrough Part 72. Video number 74 is titled Walkthrough Part 73, and so on and so forth. But as far as the areas that we're going to be going to, we're going to be covering Crumbling Farum Azula, Godskin Duo, Dragon Temple and Alexander, and then Dragon Lord Placidusax. And that will take us all the way up to starting on the next chronicle, the Hallowed Tree. So we're getting really close to the end here. I'm excited. I've been working on this for, well, if you include my Tree Sentinel, it feels like 2 or 3 years. I forget when Elden Ring released, but this is really fun for me that I'm getting so close now. But once again, Crumbling Farum Azula, Godskin Duo, Dragon Temple and Alexander, and Dragon Lord Placidusax. My guy is now the highest ranked character that I have. I think he's at level 168, and I'm currently beefing up endurance. I'm aiming for 40 points in endurance. So that's that. This should be releasing on Black Friday, and I hope all of you had a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next episode where the story continues.